Good morning and happy Friday. I'm so tired this morning. I went out last night and I had a wonderful time with someone special, but a little disappointed with what I had anticipated on being a fantastic viewing. So it was a little different. It was the Van Gogh virtual experience, what is it called? Interactive experience? No, that's not what it's called. Immersive experience. It was kind of cool being inside a room where they had all of Van Gogh's artwork like come to life, like in motion and stuff like that, and the visuals were kind of neat. None of the original artwork was there. It was all copies, which I guess, I don't know why I was expecting anything else. I did think they'd have some pieces there, but they didn't. And it wasn't really, I guess, an exhibit. It was more of, like I said, the experience. And so it led me to this chapter that I'm working on, my stress online course. I'm actually finished with the course. I was kind of revamping the exercises that go along with the course. I've created a workbook instead of the individual PDFs, exercises. Anyway, and that's a learning curve. But anyway, so I'm working on exercises for, expecting the unexpected, and being prepared and planning for, what happens if. And in DBT, they call that coping ahead. So kind of like planning for, and not catastrophizing, not building up anxiety in all the things that can go wrong necessarily, but just kind of having like a plan B, plan C. And my motto has always kind of been, no matter what, I'm going to be okay. And trying to keep that in the forefront. And going to this exhibit, well, not really an exhibit, but you know what I mean. Going to this show last night was kind of, like I said, it wasn't what I expected, but I knew no matter what, I was in good company and I was spending some quality time with someone I care about. So that made it okay. And going into something with not such high expectations, like this is going to be the best time ever, but this is going to be, I'm going to make it fun. It's going to be fun regardless of what happens, because I'm going to be happy and I'm going to make the best of it, right? So making the best of the situation, but also planning and preparing for, anything, having, I'm always known for having snacks on me, because you never know where you're going to get stuck in traffic and be hungry or that kind of thing. So kind of preparing for that, having tissues and napkins on hand, maybe having, it reminds me of that show, oh God, I can't remember the name of it, but the people in the audience, they would call out an object, an article or something, and whoever had it, in their pocketbook or their pocket and their possessions, and pull it out first, one to come up to the as a contestant on stage. And it's an old game show, and I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, so it's kind of like trying to anticipate. Now, we can't anticipate everything, obviously, but just trying to have a plan B, have something set up. I kind of talk about this in recovery aspect with my clients, whereas like if you're going to an event, always have a plan. Let's say you're going to a wedding and there's going to be booze there, right? And there's going to be an open bar. There's just going to be a lot of drinking or whatever. And so I always say, bring your own vehicle, maybe go with someone who doesn't drink. Have those phone numbers on speed dial that you can call your sponsor or whoever's in your network, whoever, you can help out. Maybe, even better yet, have them, let them know in advance. So, let your network know that you're going to this wedding, and ask permission. Say, I'm going to this wedding. There's going to be there possibly will be a lot of drinking there. Do you mind if I give you a call, if I'm feeling any kind of way? And what this does is, not only does it ask permission from this person if you can call them, but when you're there and you're feeling some kind of way, it won't stop you from calling them. You won't be like, oh, I don't want to call them and bother them. I don't want to be a burden. You've already asked for their permission. They've already said yes. So that will, reduce another barrier. Will get rid of another barrier. So having a plan when you're going to some place. The holidays are coming up, and this can be a tricky time for a lot of people. So planning ahead, where you're going to go, the possibility of there being drinking or other substances there, right? Planning your exit route, right? What am I going to say to excuse myself? Having that already planned, because what happens is you get there and you get into some feelings and emotions. You might not have anything to say, you can't come up with an excuse, and you feel awkward, and you just feel uncomfortable, and who knows what can happen. But have what you're going to say to get out of there if something is uncomfortable. Planning for these things. So planning for the unexpected. Planning what to say if your in-laws say something hurtful, kind of planning that kind of scenario ahead of time, or family members or whoever, right? So whatever's going on, whatever's could possibly happen, plan as if that's going to happen and how you're going to respond to it, and kind of maybe rehearse it and practice it, right? Because when we're in a stressful emotional state, the part of the brain that cognitively thinks is put on pause, right? So we can't really think straight. This is why we make impulsive decisions, bad decisions, so it's always important to plan for ahead of time what you're going to say, how you're going to react if something is said or something happens. Trying to protect yourself. None of these things are foolproof, but they're all ways to help support you, give you kind of like that safety net in your recovery. The holidays can be very tough for a lot of people, and so you want to have as many backup plans, as many supports, as many reducing as many barriers as you can. And so that entails planning, a lot of planning. So plan your holidays now. Plan what you're going to say. Plan where you're going to go. Plan what the support you're going to have, the things that you can do ahead of time. Plan for things so if you practice things when you don't need them, you're more apt to use them when you need them. So practice these skills now. Get them written down, or whatever you need to do to help you. And no matter what, you're going to be okay, right? So the bottom line is, no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. You will survive. You will get through it. It's temporary. Everything is temporary, and you'll be okay. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text. Give them a call. Give them a great big hug. And if you like my videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Follow me on Recovery Enthusiast. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. And I got my website up, which has some wonderful content, recoveryenthusiast.com. Until next time, guys. Peace.